If you're listening to the replay of this live, be sure to punch that like and subscribe button. And let me know and drop it below your 2 cents as I go throughout the live. Be sure to help support the channel by hitting the cash out at $ 2 cents boxing or letting me know and hitting the heart with the $ below, leaving a special thanks, letting me know I'm doing a good job and you appreciate the channel. 11/30/2025. Hi, welcome to the channel. I'm Jay, and this is our 2 cents. We talk everything boxing, and everybody's entitled to their own opinion. In today's live, we will be discussing Unbelievable. Terence Crawford wants $100 million for the Canelo rematch. And is Lamont Roach a weight bully? Excuse me. We're going to go through some other topics from throughout the week. But before we do that, make sure you punch that like and subscribe button. And let me know and drop it below your 2 cents as we go throughout the live. Be sure to support the channel by hitting the $ at 2 cents boxing or let me know and dropping it below in a cash app below with your 2 cents. How's everybody doing? Shout out to everybody in the chat today. Shout out to everybody in the chat today. All right. Show ends today at 7 p.m. So let's run through some things. Now, I want to start off with something that I thought was pretty funny. When I seen that my homie from AM Sports Media posted it, and he says Shakur struggling to squat 88 pounds. No, seriously, this is 88 pounds. And it really caused some discourse and a lot of conversation in his comment section. So I'm curious to know what y'all have to say about this. And at first I thought it was funny, but it was so many people going back and forth in the comment section that I had to take a second look at it, right? Now, he says that the weights say 5 kg. And when you convert 5 kg to pounds, it's 11 pounds. It's 11 pounds. Now, I've been an athlete my whole life. I've been in the gym, lifting weights, all that good stuff, right? Why do they got 11-pound weights that's that big? That was my first question. Is like, why they got 11-pound weights that's that big that you squatting on the bar? But let's say it is 88 pounds. Let's say it is 88 pounds. See, this is how you know when people don't work out or know what they're talking about. You don't need weights to box. These are the same people who tell you don't need weights to box, but then they'll see Terence Crawford deadlifting 600 pounds and be like, oh, he's so strong. But honestly, we really don't know what he's doing. He could be doing a workout with a bunch of reps, lightweight. He could be doing workout for time and just working on his muscle speed endurance. He could be warming up. I still think it's funny though. Because whatever he's doing, he does look like he's struggling with 88 pounds. He biting his lip and everything. Look, holding his breath. This is hilarious to me. Somebody say that's 225 he has on the bar. So why they saying it's 88 pounds, Vance? I don't know. I'm saying I don't know what it is because I'm like, I don't think they got no 11-pound places that big. That wouldn't even make sense. But it say 5 kg. So how you get 225? What is 5 kg? That's my question. But I think this is hilarious though. Thought I'd make y'all laugh real quick. So y'all go over to AM Sports Media, check this post out, and y'all go leave them y'all 2 cents in the comments. Vance, go over there, tell him. He said that's 225. Shakur not enough to deal with. I can only imagine the videos that will come out y'all mouth. Shakur got enough to deal with. What are you talking about? Shakur got enough to deal with. What does that mean? He got enough to deal with. What does that have to do with anybody making a video? I understand that boxing hacker, but he's obviously lifting weights. How you gonna say you don't need weights to lift weights for boxing when we talking about the man right here that's lifting weights? Like, what are you talking about? Whether you need weights or you don't need weights is not the conversation we're having here. We're trying to figure out how much Shakur Stevenson is lifting. And I think it's funny that somebody said he's struggling with 88 pounds. It's hilarious to me. See, slogan one say 5K is 11 pounds. I'm telling you, this is a serious discussion going on about this picture. It's a serious discussion. We haven't been able to solve it. Some people think that's 88 pounds. Some people think it's 145 pounds. Some people think it's 225 pounds. I think it's an interesting conversation, and how many people have such a different perspective about this when we can clearly see it says 5 kg, which converts to 11 pounds. And he got two of them on each side. I don't know what else to tell y'all. Yeah, he's moving up to 140 pounds to fight Teofimo Lopez, which I heard, shout out Key with the T, that the issue with the fight was that they were having an issue finding a network, I believe, to fight on, because I believe at one point they were supposed to be doing it with the PBC, which made me assume that they would be fighting on Amazon Prime. But I never understood why they would be fighting with the PBC. Never made any sense to me at all. But Eddie Hearn came out recently and said that he would be promoting the Shakur Stevenson Teofimo Lopez fight. So that means that the fight will be on the Zone on a Riyadh card, which is what Eddie Hearn said. Now, I don't know if Eddie Hearn is promoting the fight or not. He kind of really didn't want to talk about it for whatever reason. He was being kind of like about it, like kind of, and Eddie Hearn want to talk about something, he gonna talk about it. It's gonna be a massive card. You know how Eddie Hearn talk. He wasn't really trying to talk about that, so he said it kind of quickly. So I don't know if he just talking out the side of his neck or if he's serious. But that's the latest I have heard about the Shakur Stevenson Teofimo Lopez card. If anybody has heard anything different, let me know and drop it below in the chat. So he's obviously getting some weight in. To move up the division to go fight Tio. See, Vance, it says 5 kg though. He said, look up the brand on Google and see. I feel you, but why does it say that it's 5 kg? Somebody say, for 2 cents to be a casual, she doing a lot of homework on Sunday. Yep, I'm a casual. I am a casual fan. I don't know nothing about boxing. That's me. Lifting weights is part of strength and conditioning. Yes, it is. You don't need weight to lift weights. Would that be anything like you don't have to have belts to have accolades? Hacker, name one boxer that didn't lift weights. Go ahead, Hacker. We're going to wait. Name one boxer that didn't lift weights. I mean, they don't really lift weights per se. A lot of resistance work, calisthenics, body weight exercises. Maybe some legs, weights, stuff over here and every now and then. But they shouldn't be deadlifting 400 pounds like Terence Crawford, because that would imply that they be lifting weights. which is what you don't need to be doing. So nobody heard nothing new about the T.O. fight? And plus lifting weights burns more fat than doing cardio. If y'all ain't know. All right, slogan one say at 2 Cents Boxing, the full picture is on Twitter. It looks like he has 4 of those plates plus the bar. People are asking him how much he's lifting. You mean 4 plates on each side or 4 plates in total? Like he got 8? Somebody say Fedor be curling them 3 kg weights. I'm telling y'all, man. That shit funny. So Ben Whitaker, who seen the fight this weekend? What did y'all think of Ben Whitaker's performance? I thought it was cool. When I watch Ben Whitaker, you know what I'm watching for. I want to see the antics, the hitting people on the top of the head, the dancing around and pop shotting. That's always what I'm looking forward to when I watch a Ben Whitaker fight. I guess this fight he had to let people know that he is a fighter. He is a boxer. He mean business. He gonna stand on that. He gonna stand on that. And whatever went on between him and his last promoter and Eddie Hearn stealing him from his last promoter, Eddie Hearn is collecting a pretty popular and well-known stable. He has Bam Rodriguez. He has Jerron Boots Ennis. Now he has Ben Whitaker. And not to mention the female of fighters, the female boxers that he have on his roster. So I don't know. Eddie Hearn is building him up a nice little stable. I want to see what Eddie Hearn does with them. I want to see what Eddie Hearn does with them. Okay, so slogan one say he had 4 plates on each side. Okay. I mean, yeah, he got Andy Cruz, and I mean, Andy Cruz is up and coming. He's not really popular like that per se. He is well known within the hardcore circles, and that's good. And yeah, he has Shakur Stevenson, but Shakur Stevenson is on the decline, in my opinion. He's going backwards, which is why even when they were asking him about the T.O. Shakur Stevenson fight, he was acting like he didn't even really want to talk about it. Oh, and he got Conor Benn, who is now apparently bigger than Anthony Joshua over there in the UK, which I don't even understand. Like, I don't know, maybe whatever they got going on in the UK, that's cool. That's cool. So I'm curious to see what's going to go on with Eddie Hearn. He got some big name fighters over there. Let's see what he does with them. Let's see what he does with them. Ben Whitaker came through with the first round stoppage. Were y'all not entertained? Were y'all not entertained? It's a lot of people mad at Ben Whitaker for some reason over there in the UK. I don't know why. They was talking noise about him. Aircraft carrier. That's what people was telling me, that Conor Benn is now bigger than AJ in the UK. That's what they was telling me. That's what they was telling me. Moving on. Lamont the Reaper Roach. Big fight coming up next week with Isaac Pitbull Cruz. Now, I haven't definitively picked the winner in this fight yet. Because I honestly, it could go either way. What y'all think? 50-50? Or y'all just going to act like Lamont Roach just finna automatically win because y'all want to act like Pitbull is so trash? Or y'all going to be honest for a change? Mia Whitaker has a big following, but right now AJ is still a bigger name, even though I don't rate AJ. Okay. Aircraft carrier, why do you have Pitbull winning the fight? I mean, I see avenues for Pitbull to win the fight, and I see avenues for Roach to win the fight. My only thing, and I've always said this, I feel like Pitbull is too small for 140. Like, I feel like his power don't carry the same. It's just not the same up there for him. He already like a little compact guy. You know what I'm saying? And they hitting harder up there at 40. But I don't know. I just feel like he just needs to be disciplined and make 35. I think that's his best weight class. But I could be wrong. That's just my 2 cents. What do I know? I'm a casual. It was an impressive knockout, but after what happened to Brian Norman Jr., I need to see him fight a tougher opponent. Who you talking about, Lee Jackson? Vance got Lamont. Why you got Lamont, Vance? Because I hear a lot of people saying, I think Lamont Roach can outbox Pitbull like a Rayo or a Cabrera, but Pitbull don't. I mean, Roach don't really box like that. I mean, he should be able to keep the jab, keep spinning them. But I think Roach like to just get on the inside, like that catch and shoot type style. But I just don't think he's just a boxer like that, like a lot of people think. I think they overrating his boxing ability. That's what I think. I'm not saying he can't, but is it good enough for Pitbull? Man, if Roach stop Pitbull, that's gonna be crazy. He'll be the first person to stop him. Did Rayo struggle with Pitbull? I wouldn't say he struggled. It was a good fight. Hell yeah, Lamont bigger than what people think. Look at this picture. He's huge. He's huge. Roach? Yeah, Roach. Some people saying Roach gonna watch Pitbull. Oh, they say Roach should be at 47. Y'all think that if Roach beat Pitbull, y'all think Devin will fight Roach? That's his MO. Pulling up a smaller fighter. Want to take last opponents. Ex-opponents. What y'all think? Rayo boxed the socks off Pitbull. He sure did. And then Rayo got the brakes beat off of him. It was unbelievable. It was like, you ain't even had no business in the ring with this guy. Who matched this fight? Rolly bigger than Lamont and got slept by Pitbull. Yeah, but Rolly also was at the weight class too long. I'm going to say that. He said that boy like Sean Porter. Look how big how wide his shoulders are. And y'all was doing all that crying about how Tank pulling up a 30-pounder. That man wasn't even 30 pounds. Man, I know Pitbull got that super chin, though. Pitbull got a super chin. It's like he ain't got no neck at all. Like, and he's so compact. Didn't Roach call out a Devin fight? Did he call out a Devin fight? Shout out to Kadir 1394 with the $4.99 in the super chat. He says, appreciate fire, the content all week. Shout out to say I've been putting out fire content all week. Y'all been enjoying them pop-up lives this week. I hope y'all enjoyed them because vacation over. I'll be back again for Christmas. He do look like a football player. Well, like he played for the Eagles. They saying whoever win this fight is going to get the rematch with Tank. Just make you think, how big was he the night of the fight when he fought Tank? Tank got the best resume by far. Not even close. And that's what I'm saying. It's not even close. I don't even understand how these people fix their lips and their mouth to say Tank ain't fought nobody. Oh, wow. Devin Haney whole legacy moving forward depends on him beating people Tank already knocked out. His biggest legacy fight is with somebody that Tank already knocked out and did record-breaking gates and pay-per-view numbers with. But he ain't fought nobody. That's crazy. Rolly Romero, 2 division champion. Leo Santa Cruz, Hall of Famer. Like, what are we talking about? They keep wanting to be like, oh, Devin fought Loma. What is the difference between Devin beating Loma and Tank beating Leo Santa Cruz? Leo Santa Cruz actually is a better win than Lomachenko. Like what? Like, but y'all don't want to be arguing common sense and logic. Y'all just want to argue, be in y'all feelings, and be emotional about another man that y'all don't even know. He don't even know you. He'll probably cuss you out if he seen you in the street at the gas station. But I digress. I'm about to drop the link in a few so we can have some time to have an open panel. How you respect Leo, but hell no. Leo is a 4-division champion and beat every man he's been in with the ring except Tank. What y'all talking about? How is he not more accomplished than Lomachenko? It's like y'all don't want to be real. And I don't ever even bring this up when y'all be talking this dumb stuff because I know it's gonna make y'all start malfunctioning and glitching. But I'm seriously, why is Leo Santa Cruz not better or just as good as a Lomachenko win on Devin resume? Every time somebody want to bring up Devin because he fought Loma, he got the best resume. So Tank fought Leo. Like what are we talking about? Oh, well, Tank brought Leo up. No, actually, Tank went down to fight Leo. Leo was a champion in the division. Which means what, Boxing Hacker? He was the best in that division. So, Lamont isn't that much bigger than Tank. Yes, the fuck he is, Boxing Hacker. Do you not see him in this picture? Boxing Hacker. You got to stop, Boxing Hacker. You got to stop. You got to, Boxing Hacker. You got to stop. Come on, man. What does them being in the same division as they was kids have to do with the size they are now, Boxing Hacker? Huh? Why I want these things down low? Y'all tripping. Overrated don't mean he trash. No, it doesn't. Loma, a great fighter. So was Leo Santa Cruz. Devin only fight people who he got physical advantage over, or they be 10 years older. Most times it's both. Devin is very careful with who he fights. Plus, no one talking about how his chin is still broke. Juke, I'm waiting for your fight breakdown and prediction. I'd rather listen to you than Tim Bradley. Okay, Juke. Loma is great, but he very overrated. Leo over Loma is wild. Why? Somebody tell me why Leo over Loma is wild. Explain it to me. I mean, the man's a 4-division champion, but one loss. Like, explain it to me. Explain it to me. Jupe say, weren't they claiming accolades is everything? Leo is more accomplished than Loma. Their standards. So, how is he not a better win? See how they keep changing the rules? That's what I'm saying, Jupe. You see how they jump through hoops? They get mad every time I use their own logic against them. They don't want to accept it. They want us, Jupe, to accept their logic. But they don't accept their own logic. This is what I mean when I say y'all don't stand for nothing and fall for anything. Y'all don't even accept y'all's own logic, but you want other people to accept your logic. Crazy. We're not going to start with the what's best win. We're not going to jump through the hoops. He got the accolades. Leo got the accolades. Every time Loma stepped up at the 35 division in a big fight, he got beat. He lost all his step-up fights at 135 pounds. Yet, y'all keep running around saying he's the greatest fighter ever. Don't get me wrong. Loma's a good fighter. He had the opportunity to accomplish a lot of things. But Leo Santa Cruz is more accomplished than Lomachenko. That's just the facts. And according to y'all's logic, the person with the more accomplishments is who get the Johnson, who y'all want a Johnson bounce. But since Javante beat Leo Santa Cruz, y'all don't want to bounce on Leo Johnson. Y'all don't want to say, well, who Tank got on his resume? I should be able to say Leo Santa Cruz just like y'all spit out Lomachenko. I'm just saying. J-Man say, let's be honest, who the Loma beat? His best win against Gary and Pedraza, who Tank slept at 22 years old. The guy y'all discredit, though. Shout out to Zach in the building with the $2 in the super chat. Just showing support to the channel. Shout out, Zach. Last week, they said belt and different divisions was important. They can't stick to their own narratives. That's what I'm telling you. They don't accept their own logic, Juke. Like, that's crazy. That's crazy. Imagine not even accepting your own logic. Imagine what kind of narcissistic, psycho, sociopathic, manipulative stuff do these hardcore fans got going on? You want people to accept your logic, but you don't even accept your own logic. What kind of elitist stuff is that? What's wrong with y'all? Aircraft carrier say, I'm not going down this rabbit hole today. No, see, y'all don't want to think. Y'all don't want to think. As soon as some thinking come into play, y'all start malfunctioning and glitching. Now it's a rabbit hole. Now it's a rabbit hole. What else did I want to talk about today? Let me drop the link because I've been talking for 35 minutes. Y'all know we ain't got that much time today. It's the Sunday wrap-up show. Boxing was slow this weekend. Boxing been slow. Now, I guess we could jump to the main topic, I guess you could say. This new thing I'm seeing come up about Terence T-Bud Crawford wanting $100 million for the Canelo rematch. What y'all think about Terence here? He dressed up like a overpaid assassin. Shout out Bud Crawford. Juke say it's not a rabbit hole. They just realized they contradicted what they said last week. That's what I'm saying. It ain't no rabbit hole. You just don't want to think. Oh man, y'all so easy now. At this point, I just be sniping y'all down because y'all have dug such a deep of a hole that the hypocrisy. I just been letting the hypocrisy build up, and as soon as it come time to use your logic, you reject it. You reject your own logic that you push on other people. That is so diabolical. That is so, to me, that is so diabolical. It's crazy. Kadir say Terence is a great fighter, but no one wants to see it. How does he get away with ducking the whole 154 and being called the best? Kadir, I listen, because all they care about is accolades. Terence Crawford got 13 belts in 6 fights. But yet he's the best to ever fight in the history of boxing. He is the best fighter to infinity and beyond. And it's really no demand. Let's just talk. Like, I don't know if Terence Crawford's going to get $100 million for the fight. I don't know. He said that he had to. Oh, hold on. J-Man say the buckle. I got you, J-Man. I got you. Shout out to J-Man with the special drop request.
You know, it's crazy because where I'm from, they say BTA, belt the ass. But I tell them I'm the buckle. It hurt more.
I tell them I'm the buckle. It hurt more. Boy, it's a beaut. Talk about being abused. But anyway, so Turkey may give him $100 million. I don't know. According to him in his interview with Andre Ward, he said he had to go in the back with 9 guys and negotiate for 9 hours for the Canelo fight. So my question is, if he had to go in a room with 9 guys for 9 hours and get treated like an IG model, how is he going to get $100 million for this fight? How is he going to get $100 million for this fight? You don't just pull $100 million out of thin air because you asking for it. Obviously, Bud is not at the level where y'all think he could just ask for. I was saying that last time. Oh, Bud could ask for whatever he want. Or Bud getting $70 million for the Canelo fight. Bud getting this for the Canelo fight. When the man over there fighting for his life in negotiations, getting in the back room with 9 dudes, getting treated like an IG model. And now all of a sudden, just because he beat Canelo, he's just gonna get awarded $100 million just out of thin air. Out of thin air. What are you producing to warrant paying you? And this is just you. You want 100 million. What about what Canelo want? What about the cost of putting on the event? Could Turkey gift him 100 million for the fight? Possibly. But I'm thinking realistically, as a person that understands numbers and how business work, where is $100 million for Bud Crawford supposed to come from? And for everybody saying he deserves it or he should get, why does Terence something that's concrete, that's not emotional? Why do Bud Crawford should he get $100 million to rematch a fighter that he just beat? It wasn't like it's just a huge demand for the fight and he got some type of leverage where, and then it's like, oh, we'll pay him 100 million and he gonna retire. I don't think nobody cares. Not like in a bad way or nothing like that, but when you're so good like Terence Crawford and everybody already know you can beat every fighter on the planet, I don't think you can threaten them with retiring. I don't think you can threaten them with retiring. So to even say pay me 100 million or I'm gonna retire, that seemed kind of wild to me. I could be tripping. I don't know. Y'all let me know and drop it below. Because I realized too that this has caused a very interesting discussion on social media, on the internet. So it's a big topic for today. So I said, let me bring this up on the show because once again, people don't understand basic numbers in business. Canelo don't need Terence Crawford to go fight somebody else and get a big payday. But does Terence Crawford need Canelo to get a big payday? Because people keep wanting to act like Terence Crawford the face of boxing, he the face of this and he the face of that. But Terence Crawford is the B-side. Is the B-side. He's the B-side to Canelo. How are you the face of boxing as a B-side? Oh, Bernie called out Blue Blood? Oh, yeah. Let me pull this up. We could talk about that too. I thought that was funny. Hold on, y'all. I thought that was funny. Here we go. People can't help themselves. Tank was B-side to Jake. Please tell me if that's the same thing as what I'm talking about. It's not, y'all. It's not. Even if Tank was the B-side to Jake, they don't have now one single thing to do with what I'm talking about. I'm talking about Terence Crawford, the most famous B-side we've ever seen in the history of boxing, that all of a sudden now deserves $100 million for a rematch, for a fight that he had to negotiate for 9 hours for to get what he got paid the first time. Y'all just come on here and say anything and don't critically think and don't make sense. Why does Terence Crawford, should he get $100 million? Oh, because he's the best to ever do it. Oh, because he got accolades. Oh, none of it is quantifiable. It makes any sense. It's all an emotional reason. I don't understand. Shout out Jupe on the panel. What up, Jupe? What's going on?
Hey, what's going on, Susan? How you doing?
What up?
So I guess I have a question. I would assume, well, maybe not, because I was about to ask a question, but I just remembered the answer already. But I was gonna say, I'm surprised why didn't Canelo have a rematch clause? Is what I would think, right? Or did he have one? Because I would think that would kind of be set. I know you can always I'm assuming you can always add on some stipulations or change some things. But normally, if it's a rematch clause, it's just kind of like automatic, and yet the split would be worked out in that rematch agreement. Or, but I'm just remembering, didn't Turkey say he don't like rematches or something a long time ago? Did I imagine that?
Hell no, Turkey love to give you the fight you want to see over and over and over and over and over and over and over again. He loved trilogies and all that. But I don't know why they wouldn't have a rematch clause. I don't even know how true none of this is. It could all just be, I'm hearing they in negotiations now. But I'm trying to find this video because go ahead. You can go ahead.
I just think that would be. I think that I would assume somebody like Canelo would have a rematch clause, even if it's a fight you really think you're going to win in. I don't care if it's a mandatory. You should always have a rematch clause in place. But then again, he had an issue with the rematch with Bivol, but I think that was because he wanted that Bivol rematch at 168, not 175, right? Which that wasn't the original plan. And Bivol was like, Well, I think Bivol actually was okay with it, but I think that they had second thoughts, which was probably smart because I don't think he would beat Bivol even at 168. I don't know. But I don't know. We'll see, though. So far as what he's asking for, if this is true, because, of course, we don't have any facts on it, I guess it's hearsay.
Yeah.
This is how I feel. Part of me feels like, as the B said, you can ask what you want. You think, are you going to get it? Who knows? But you know what? This is kind of what Turkey gets. If you, fine. If that's what he asked for, hey, let's see if Turkey can pay it. At this point, I don't even care because you've been paying people a set amount, and now there's rumors that the PLF fund is kind of, getting a little thin, or they might be reprioritizing or changing the priorities about what the PLF fund will be paying for, of course, because they have all these different balls in the air with all these different moves that Saudi Arabia is trying to make. So, you know what? Hey, you know what? I don't even mind. But ask for. Hey, make it 300 million. See if he'll pay it. Go ahead and wipe out that PLF fund so you can go on somewhere. So Turkey can go somewhere. I don't care.
That's what I'm saying. I'm like, if Turkey give him 100 million, cool. But everybody, this is my thing. Like, let's just say what it really is. If he get 100 million, cool. But what has he done really to get $100 million? Because what I'm trying to say is, like, don't be running around here acting like, oh, Terence got 100 mil for the Canelo fight, as if he's built a fan base, built a following, built up to that, created all this buzz for himself, became a superstar. Like, that's not the story, right? And I know that that's the narrative that they were trying to push. And it's like, no, he had a sugar daddy, gave him 100 mil for a fight, and that's how it went. He was never no big superstar like that.
True, and that's what I think I was saying on Ladies' Nights on Friday. I think that's what I was trying to allude to, at least saying that once people fight for Turkey, you kind of abandon that whole system, right? You're operating in a different system, so it's no longer like that's for like the A side, B side. I mean, there is an A side, B side still in a sense, but you don't have the bragging rights of I generated this. Like, it's great that you can get that. You can you got Turkey to give you that particular amount of money, and hey, I'm happy for them. But you don't have the bragging rights of somebody like Canelo, who built his name over time selling seats, right? Somebody like a Floyd Mayweather, somebody like a Sugar Ray, a Tank Davis, a Earl Spence, even Wilder at one point, who actually was putting butts in the seats and selling. So yes, you can be like, great, you made a lot of money, whatever, but you're not responsible for selling any particular tickets. Even like this fight recently, it's in Saudi Arabia, it's the Kingdom of Saudi Arabia. They're gonna do their thing. It is what it is, right? You can say, yes, I made this amount of money, and that's great. So if you were to go back to like the traditional environment where you're using the market, you could say, hey, I got this from this guy. This was, and you can try to use that negotiating chip. But if Turkey leaves, then who else is going to give you that, right? Without making a profit, so it depends on how long that lasts, right? It's contingent upon that. So you can try to use it as a negotiating tactic potentially, but I don't see how far it's going to go unless there's like 18 other turkeys around, right? If there's a whole bunch of people who just have like using government funds to pay people a set amount. And then, also you got to remember, that PLF fund, when they're having these cards, a lot of these workers who work with the kingdom, like if they're already government workers, they're that their pay is already in the government's budget. So it's not like you got to hire staff to do this or just an extra, it's kind of built in. And then they're not paying to rent out an arena in Saudi Arabia. I know his fight happened here, but I'm just saying, just an example. So you get to save money. So yeah, I'm not saying no one can say, oh, even if like he did give them, let's say he gave someone 20 million, do they get to say, hey, I generated 20 million? No, you were given 20 million. So no, they can't use it in that sense. But hey,
Yep.
like, ask for 150 million, ask for 2. I don't care at this point. That turkey trap.
But I mean, people is like we just saying 100 million is crazy, and then everybody want to argue about it. It's like we don't care if he get it; we just think it's crazy. Like that's an insane amount of money to get for a fight. When like who like out for what? Like because you get accolades, and I think that's creating like a false. I don't know what the word is, Drew, but it's creating like a false dichotomy, I guess you could say, in boxing, making it seem as if, oh, if you can get accolades, then the fans gonna appreciate that, and you will get the more of the money, and it's creating that illusion when that's not how it works for real.
Yeah, and it's not even accolades because some people are getting paid well without it. Like like again, look at what's his name? Oh God, I keep forgetting this man's name. I can see his face. The guy who fought Adamas and he got a draw, even though he really didn't win. What was his name?
Hamza Shiraz.
Yeah, yes, Shiraz. Shiraz. Him, right? He got awarded with headlining a card in a country he never fought in. Meanwhile, Shakur is, at the time, what was it? Yeah, 3 division champ. So it wasn't about accolades. So I think just his model is really very willy-nilly. It had nothing to do with accolades. If it was about accolades, then Shakur was the most accomplished person on that card. It made no sense for anyone else to headline that card. So it's not even that. I think what Turkey's doing, I think, is intentionally inflating the market and blowing beyond what it really is. So it's going to make it harder because let's say Turkey just says, you know what, I can't, he just goes away for whatever reason, right? These fighters are now used to getting paid a particular amount, despite the fact that they can't generate that amount, right? So now when they start to get paid kind of closer to market, like the real market, it's going to be startling for them, and they're not going to want to take it. So now they're not going to want to take any other fights because they can't be overpaid anymore. That's what the problem is going to cause. So it's going to be a more long-term problem. Just for a few decent cars, people don't think of the long term though, right? That's going to be the issue.
They're going to get less of the fights they want to see.
Yeah, kind of like the housing market where corporations can buy houses for way more than what they're worth. So so now the houses are being priced way beyond what they will ever really be worth, and it creates a bubble. And when the bubble pops, everything falls to crap. So people don't see it in that. They don't understand market, so they don't get that. It's going to pop eventually, but we'll see.
What goes up must come down. All right, let's see what Bernie the Boxer has to say real quick about this $100 million thing.
Listen, I don't know what Crawford's going to do, but there's nothing else for Crawford to do. Let me say this one last, if they don't give him 100 million, if you don't hear them giving him 100 million, it ain't happening.
It ain't happening. Those are those your words or is those Crawford words?
It's Crawford's words.
Ooh, 100 mil to come see me.
Mm-hmm.
The best fighter in the world.
Right. By far.
You want to see the best fighter of the world? You got to. So, how about this though? This is some real facts here. That Crawford got offered the Jake Paul fight, right?
Yeah.
What was it that it wasn't a good timing for him or some shit like that? What was it? That he didn't want to do it? What was it that he do it in a later time?
He told me he turned it down. But you know what I'm saying? He just turned it down. I don't think they want to pay him enough for real. I'm not.
Mill City is so messy. And they just let him get away with being so messy. He's that is so messy.
I do feel like every time it's a mess. I don't even know that. I've seen a few videos from Mill City. I watch a few things, but I do feel like every time it's a mess, like he's kind of close to it.
He is like Mill City is like the boxing. I don't want to say Wendy Williams because he don't really.
Not Wendy.
He doesn't gossip himself, but when
he just kind of like
instigating it, asking the questions.
I don't know what it is about him. He has like a way of getting people comfortable, and like I don't know if he knows how to. It's very clever. He's very. You're right. He doesn't like. It's not overt. I don't know. It's just
I can see straight through it. I don't know why people don't be like. So like look. This is what he'll do. He'll be reading the comments. He'll be like, Norman Senior, you're a bitch ass nigga, and you don't know what the fuck you doing. No, senior. Now it's a lot of people saying you don't know what the fuck you're doing. I'm just curious, like what do you have to say about that?
He'll read the most offensive comments. I thought you read the nice ones. He'd be like, yeah, oh man. Now the viewers feel I'm not saying. It's funny. He keeps a mess up. He's funny though. It's funny.
Yeah, he's very passive aggressive. It's funny though. Like he gets away with it, man. He gets away with it.
He really does. You're right.
Y'all heard it right there from Bernie. He said, which I don't understand why Terence Crawford let other men speak for him, but to each is their own. He said that Terence Crawford said 100 million or no fight. And my question is just though, listen, don't get me wrong. I'm not hating. I don't care if he get 100 or million or not. It's just a good topic of conversation because I'm like, what leverage does Terence have to be like 100 million or nothing? Like, who are you? Like, what leverage do you have to be doing that?
Well, you know what? Maybe they're doing that because there's rumors out. Maybe they're trying to get. Maybe they feel like maybe Turkey. This is just a theory. What if Turkey will consider overpaying right now because there's now rumors on his back about not having as much money left in that PLF fund. So now he has. When some people get accused of being broke, they splurge. Maybe it's that type of. I don't know. I don't know what he got last.
Or when people want a rematch, they like to outprice themselves when they don't want the rematch.
That's very true. That's very true. Because I will say this: because Canelo was an undisputed champion to me should always have the ability to rematch for that belt. I just think they gave you an opportunity. Like on some just being on some real stuff, I think that should be afforded to every person who's a champion. You should, however, based on that performance, I don't want to see no rematch. Bud's just a better fighter. I always thought that. I think the only difference we were worried about really again was because Bud had not fought at that size, despite he was the bigger to me, based on my eyes, my 20/20 vision. He's definitely the bigger man, but it was just about the fact that Canelo had fought, it was the appearance of him going up in weight, right? That was it. But I always thought that the Bud is just better overall, in my opinion. The fight proved that. I don't know what else Canelo can do to really make, I guess, I don't know, his feet gonna get faster overnight. I don't know. But I don't think that there's a real big desire for that rematch because it wasn't like a super close fight or it was controversial. He won.
I mean, Canelo won like 5 rounds.
5? I didn't give Canelo 5. I probably gave Canelo. I'll go back and watch it. I gotta go back and watch it. I don't remember. I remember him giving him maybe 3. I probably can eke out 3. I don't know about 5. I can go back. I haven't rewatched it though. I can go back and rewatch it. I will say that. I don't remember giving him that many rounds, but it's possible. I can't say he didn't because I didn't score it like live. But maybe because I think that's what the scorecards were. But I don't know. At the end of the day, if they want to, child, I don't even see Mexican fans, like a lot of Canelo fans, asking for the rematch. I don't think they
want their rematch. We didn't want the first fight for real, Jude. But look, so Blue Blood puts out a video. Blue Blood puts out a video saying that Terence Crawford is demanding $100 million from Turkey Al-Sheikh, or he's going to retire. And so Bernie in the comments, I checked the link and everything. This is the actual Bernie the boxer. He says, "Come on, Blue. Ain't nobody said Bud informed Turkey he demanded anything from Turkey." He said, "Come on, I'm one of the trainers." And he said, "When I say that." So I'm not sure if it's a mixture of Blue lying or if Bernie is trying to backtrack now after saying, I'm going to play it again, what he just said about Bud. Play it again for y'all. Y'all can be the judge. Because he said he was speaking for who? Y'all heard him? Y'all heard the man.
Yeah, based on what I heard, to my understanding, he said that he did. So I don't know. Let's hear it again.
There's nothing else for Crawford to do. If they don't, let me say this one last, if they don't give him 100 million, if you don't hear them giving him 100 million, it ain't happening.
It ain't happening. Those are those your words or is those Crawford words?
Them is Crawford's words.
Ooh.
That boy Mill said, ooh. Mr. Shelton, what's your 2 cents? What you got for the show? Oh, I got you on mute. Hold on, let me unmute you. All right, what you got for the show, Mr. Shelton?
There we go. Hey, can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you.
What's going on with y'all? How y'all doing today? It was fine Sunday.
We're doing good. How are you?
I'm all right. Yeah, I don't see what the issue is. Do you have an issue with him saying he won 100 million? Or, I mean, he won the fight, right?
No, it's not an issue. I don't care. I don't care if he get 100 million. I'm just saying the way people think that you just get $100 million out of thin air. Like if Turkey got 100 million to give him, cool. But my whole point is we cannot attribute this you having a fight worth getting 100 million as if you built up yourself some type of way and generated a fan base and can sell the tickets and sell the pay-per-views to generate that type of money. That's my whole point about the situation. Like, I'm not gonna be like, oh man, he got 100 million in one fight, because that's not the same thing.
Yeah, I think she was just making a distinction.
Right? Go ahead.
No, I would just say I think 2 cents. If it was just making a distinction between someone generating the money, like, oh, you know, I'm a star, I generate this money and I earned 100 million, versus I can see if I can get someone to give me 100 million. Like, it's just not like it's not basically like just showing the difference between someone like a Floyd who absolutely can generate that type of money and earn that money versus someone who's just going to ask for it.
Because that's what's going to end up happening. They're going to be trying to compare Floyd and it's like, it's no comparison. Like, let's not do that. So I'm just addressing it.
We've already established that they say Bud don't sell and he's not a megastar, right?
Yes, that's absolutely true.
We've already established that. So since he don't sell, he's not a megastar, but he beat the guy convincingly that they say is a megastar. That's his price. And if you can't meet his price,
that's not how that works, though, Mr. Shelton. Mr. Shelton, that's not how that works.
Why not?
Name another fighter that beat a star and then all of a sudden they was demanding and getting paid whatever they wanted.
Floyd Mayweather.
But Floyd Mayweather was already building himself up before.
Yeah, Floyd already had like 300. Floyd was already selling like 300, 400,000.
Floyd was on his trajectory.
He wasn't a star when he beat Oscar De La Hoya. But after he beat Oscar De La Hoya, he could demand anything he wanted, right or wrong.
He wasn't demanding.
No, he didn't demand. He earned it.
Generating.
He earned it. That's the difference. He didn't demand nothing.
He didn't demand it. He generated it.
He sold that.
Well, I hear you. But what I'm saying is, this man said, I already beat this dude, and if you want me to fight this dude again, that's what you got to pay me. That's what he's saying, right?
But that's not how that works. Yeah, but that's not how that works, though.
Well, obviously, And obviously, that's the way he thinks it works. So we just have to see it play out. Either they pay him,
Right, and
or he
that's what
moves
she
on
was
and goes on
clarifying. We're
his way.
clarifying the difference of how things work versus how it don't work. Now he can ask for. I mean, of course he can ask for what he want. We're just clarifying that, like what it is like. Okay, when she asked you the question, you said Floyd Mayweather. Floyd Mayweather was already selling pay-per-views. Like he was already doing numbers that guys today can do. Like he was already selling more than what Bud has ever sold. He was up there selling Spence numbers, probably more. Right before he fought. Before he fought
1.2 though.
before he fought,
maybe 300.
right, but listen, let me finish. He was already selling pay-per-views. He was already becoming a star, and he was already a star. He beat that man, and then he went on to keep selling. He didn't ask for anything. He put those butts in the seats. He sold those pay-per-views. That's the only. We're just drawing a distinction.
And that's what I'm saying. Y'all keep trying to be like, oh, he beat Canelo. He deserved $1 billion for a fight. Like, that's not how they work because you beat Canelo. He's not the first person to beat
It's
Canelo,
an old
y'all.
saying, right?
Did Bivol get to start asking
It's
for
an old
$100
saying,
million
right?
after he beat Canelo, Mr. Shelton?
It's an old saying, right?
Mr.
It's
Shelton.
not about what you're worth. It's about what you can negotiate.
Mr. Shelton, did Bivol get to ask for $100 million after he beat Canelo?
No, Bivol didn't get shit. Bivol only got 3.5 for beating Canelo.
So why he didn't get to ask for whatever he wanted after he beat Canelo?
He didn't want to. He wanted to keep doing what he was doing. He got his 10 for Bivol, whatever. All I'm saying is he has the right to ask for whatever he wants. He can try and negotiate whatever he wants. Doesn't mean he's going to get it. But he can ask for it. I mean, he can do what he wants.
He can.
That's
I
all I'm saying.
don't disagree with you. I agree with you. He can do whatever he wants.
Yeah, he can do whatever
Shout out
he wants.
B
I don't know
More
if you- I don't
Bully
know
in
if
the
you-
building. What up, B More Bully?
Man, what's up, man? This shit is funny. It's so funny. This shit is just hilarious. But oh man, his hype man is out here saying he won 100 mil. 100 mil, Bud ain't fighting. So you think, knowing the type of money that's going on right now over there with that PLF fund, you think you're gonna pay for $100 million to see Bud fight Canelo again? Again, in the States, they're not spending that type of money for fights in the States. That's the reason why they cut Shakur down on that dough. And he went on ahead of hissy fit, throwing a tantrum and shit. Like he didn't want to clean his room afterwards. And then Turkey went in there with a belt and made him apologize. Then said, I'm sorry, and bow his head. And then he said, okay, you're on the undercard. Shut your eyes. You know what I mean? It made him look even more stupider on the undercard in New York. That's ridiculous. He won Bud wants $100 million to fight the same exact fight that he fought already. That doesn't make any sense. Okay, I can see, all right, Bud, you want $100 million. You will fight here in Riyadh season. And you will fight Boots Ennis, Gerard Boots Ennis. Bud, to turn that shit down so goddamn quick. Or you have to defend your belt against Boots. And Bud to turn that shit down. Because Bud, this one thing, Bud will never ever defend any undisputed championship. I'm 3-time undisputed heavyweight undisputed champion. I got all the accolades, but you never ever defended the belt once. You haven't defended not one of those championships, not once. Tell me this has got to be like a split universe or some shit where all the craziness that happens in boxing goes on, and motherfuckers just get away with it and demanding whatever they want, knowing they B-side boxers, and can't only place he could sell out is Omaha, Nebraska. Are you ridiculous? Seriously?
Nobody cares about any of that. All we saying is he can ask
Nobody
for it.
cares about any of
If
that.
he gets
I
it,
bet you,
if
I
he
bet
gets
you
it,
the
he gets
Crown
it. If he
Prince of
doesn't, he
Saudi
doesn't.
Arabia cares
Hold on,
about
now, let me
that.
pass the mic.
If
Shout
he
out
gets it, he
Band Up
gets
on
it.
the
If he doesn't, he
panel.
doesn't. If he
I
gotta go
bet
to
you
Saudi
those
to do
9
it, he gotta go
guys
to
that
Hold
was
Saudi.
in
on,
the
If he don't want
room
to,
for
hold on.
9 hours were
if he wants to
Band
lose,
Up, what's your 2 cents? What you got for the show, Band Up?
Salute to everybody on the platform, man. You know how I'm coming with it. It's the Bud Crawford era, first and foremost. Second thing, like I said, in my first message, everybody was telling this man he could pretty much do whatever he want after the fight. And now that the man done said some shit, oh, we can't give you what you want. All right. Another thing, Canelo, if I'm not mistaken, he already been paid his goddamn money. He already in a 3-fight deal, and that was only 2 fights, if I'm not mistaken. The William Skull and the Terence Crawford. So if I'm not mistaken, Canelo's already in, or already got his bag, or he's already, or something, or whatever's in that 3-fight deal negotiation. So I think if Terence is really coming at this, and if this is really coming from him, then I think he's just asking for more. We don't know exactly what he got that last one. Some people say 50 million, some people say 10 million. Whatever the case may be, I done heard some numbers,
Oh,
right?
he said 10 million. That's what he said.
Okay, so if that's the case and he got 10 million, don't be mad. I mean, I wouldn't be surprised about him asking for more. He's already saying is what I'm looking at it is if you guys want to see it, you guys want to put it on. You know what I mean? If you want to stop me from what he's doing, what Terrence is doing, whatever he got planned in his own mind, if you guys want to put a monkey wrench in that, then go ahead. Because Canelo activated that rematch clause, but we all seen what happened to the last cat that activated their rematch clause with Bud. He didn't really want to fight like that. Dude still ain't been in the ring. So I think that's where Terrence's head is at with it. Should he get that? He should get substantially more than what he already made. But I also do listen to what people would say. And he was like, I'm not fighting Jake Paul. Then the old boy was like, if Jake Paul offer you 200 million, would you fight him? I'm fighting Jake Paul. Then the whole Tank thing fell apart, and Jake Paul said that Bud accepted the fight. He just wanted it at a different time than what Jake Paul did. So, and then 40 million was the negotiation for Anthony Joshua. Then I don't think it's actually 100 million like we all saying. I do think it's a bigger bag, nonetheless. And that's what I got with it.
All right. Well, I mean, everybody wants to be like, oh, he turned down the Jake fight. Like that make you some special person or something like that. When that's not true. Jake clearly said the fight was just bad timing. Did y'all see how Mill City played that? Watch Mill City mess himself. Watch.
Ooh, 100 mil to come see me.
Mm-hmm.
The best fighter in the world.
Right. By far.
You want to see the best fighter of the world? You got to. So, how about this, though? This is some real facts here. That Crawford got offered the Jake Paul fight, right?
Yeah.
But at the what was it that it wasn't a good timing for him or some shit like that? What was it?
It wasn't a good time, just like they said. Bernie about to lie, watch.
That he didn't want to do it? What was it that he do it in a later time?
He told me he turned it down. But you know what I'm saying? He just turned it down. I don't think they want to pay him enough for real. I'm not.
They didn't hear this. They didn't hear this. It was 100.
No, hell no. I mean, yeah, it's 100. They definitely ain't gonna pay him no 100 to get his ass whooped because Crawford don't know how to play roll. He don't know how to run that script.
Did y'all see Bernie just flip that and lie like that? Did y'all catch that?
You lying ass motherfucker, yo.
Hilarious.
Oh, that nigga's a lying motherfucker, yo. You see how nervous his face twitched up?
I missed it. What did he say?
Watch his mannerism when Mill City pull the question out again.
All right, I'm gonna run it back because You know, Mill City being messy as he normally is. He was like, so what happened with the Bud fight and the Jake fight? I heard the timing wasn't right. And so Bernie lie and be like, oh, well, he turned it down. But watch Mill City trapping.
I don't think they want to pay him enough.
Yeah. How about you want to see the best fighter of the world? You got to. So, how about this though? This is some real facts here. That Crawford got offered the Jake Paul fight, right?
Yeah.
But at the what was it that he just? It wasn't a good timing for him or some shit like that. What was it that he didn't want to do it? What was it that he do it in a later time?
He told me he turned it down, but you know what I'm saying, he just turned it down. I don't think they want to pay him enough for real. I'm not.
They didn't hear
that. Soon as Bill City hit him with that, he knew he was lying. Soon as he hit him with that, he knew he was lying. Watch how he doing.
They didn't hear this. It was 100.
No, hell no. I mean, yeah, it's 100. They definitely ain't gonna pay him no 100 to get his ass whooped because Crawford don't know how to play no.
Hell no. Yeah. It was 100. They definitely not gonna pay him. Bernie, you just said he told you.
First he said 40. Now they want.
Bro, he don't know how to run no script. He'll not do none of that shit. Jake Paul will get his ass whooped. So if they want to come in with the 100 million, okay.
Oh man.
They didn't want to come, so at the same time,
which one is it?
You got a guy like Bud Crawford. Like I say, you trying to rush him into it. Why? He not gonna do that. That's got like, nigga, who you think you is? No, I just beat Canelo ass. I just beat, you know what I mean? I'm breaded up. I'm doing my world tour right now. I'm not finna go and do no fucking clown act, no fucking circus shit. You know what I'm saying? Because I beat motherfuckers' asses for real. Crawford, he beat motherfuckers' ass for real. So I'm not finna do that. You know what I mean? Some good money or whatever. Even any millions is good money, but he ain't fretting for no money. So you feel me? I'm not gonna run up there and turn your shit up. I'm still chilling. You know what I mean? And come correct. That's what I'm feeling. But so I think it was even. I won't say it was disrespect to call Crawford because he's a huge name in the boxing game and he's the face of boxing. But I mean, I think it was unrealistic for them, during the time. You know what I mean? Now if they was talking to say setting it up later on, you know what I mean? Okay, but to try to come and try to push him in at this short juncture, no.
Short notice, yeah. December 18th was the.
Like Jake Paul on short.
Hold up. Did you just say that Bud was the face of boxing?
Man, I'm not worried about that. You can't fight Jake Paul on short notice. You need a full camp for Jake Paul.
Well, that's actually, I was about to say, that's actually what I heard. I heard the reason why. I heard that they did offer it to Bud. I didn't know it was a money thing. I thought that the issue was that it was the turnaround time was just too short because he was trying to get him to fill in that date. I think it would have been in December, kind of like the way he's doing with AJ. So they wouldn't have a full camp. But I guess AJ felt like, hey, it's Jake Paul. I don't need a full camp. So who knows?
So you telling me Terence Crawford need a full camp to fight Jake Paul?
Yep, the best there is, the best there ever was, the best there ever will be. He need a full camp for a YouTuber.
Hold on, y'all. I'll be right back. Y'all, panel over, y'all. Something going on with my signal. Can y'all hear me?
Yeah, we can hear you.
I can hear you.
Well, I can't hear y'all. I'll be right back.
Okay. Yeah, I heard. Yeah, I also heard it was about the time and not the money. But hey, maybe he just gave us some more insight. Maybe it was. I personally don't have a problem with Bud saying I want 100 million. Again, like I'm saying, at this point, if this is what this is what Turkey started. Hey, if you want, and to be honest, to be clear, I've never 100% believed the numbers. Like everybody, he gave the biggest payday, and everybody's getting 20 gazillion dollars. That's never been confirmed. I never believed all that. So I don't know. I don't know. At this point, if they want to give it to him, fine. If you want to give him the rest of the PLF fund, I at this point, Turkey started something that he has to kind of now, like, he got to keep up with it, right? People got to keep asking for more, but eventually, I don't think that's going to happen. But we'll see.
No, that ain't going.
I think
more good money out the bag.
I think that Turkey saying he's out of boxing in 18 months, us getting close to that 18 months, stories about the PIF goes in because of investments and things that they're involved in that aren't doing too well. But my question to that is, y'all literally just invested into these things. Did y'all think they was gonna start doing well overnight or all of a sudden? Like, what was y'all horizon on these investments? I thought it was 2030. So how can you just be like, oh, we not doing well? That's kind of like what I'm not understanding right now. These were long-term investments, from my understanding.
It's like they just throwing money out the window.
I mean, again, I don't
unless
know.
they washing it. That's the only thing I can figure out. If they doing a fight over here and they put out a whole lot of money for it, they doing some money laundering.
Again, has anyone confirmed these numbers? That's all I'm saying. Like, I've been saying that from the beginning. I just don't feel like any of these numbers. I keep hearing everybody getting paid gazillion, trillion dollars. I don't know. I don't know what's going on. But hey, at this point, maybe, you know what? Maybe Bud trying to spare us. Maybe Bud is asking for this amount because he don't think Turkey will pay it to spare us having to see this fight again. Because I didn't ask for the first fight. Maybe he's helping us out. I'm gonna kind of go on Bud's side here. Bud needs to ask for more. You know, he needs to ask for $1 billion so Canelo can go somewhere. I'm happy he asking for this amount. I have no problem with it. Ask for more, and matter of fact, ask for the ring size to be bigger too. I don't care whatever he got to do to get us to not have to see this fight again. I'm okay with it.
Make it a smaller ring.
Man, just let that man go in there and beat on his head again.
Make it a smaller ring. Matter if I told you what he gonna do, what to do. Seriously. Fight Boots.
Yeah.
Yo, are we David? I was gonna say something about that earlier, but you talking about this Boots. Does Boots even want to do the things that you talk about?
You put that money up on the table.
Man,
Boots will come in and fight.
Listen, how many times does Terence Crawford got to tell y'all he's not fighting Boots? He don't want to fight Boots.
Or this fight.
Hold on, no 2 cents. No,
ducking that smoke.
2 cents.
Hold on, y'all. Listen. We're gonna talk about some goddamn manners on this panel, bro. When I am talking, do not start screaming and fucking yelling like y'all are.
I apologize.
How many times?
I apologize.
You good, Be More Bully. How many times does Terence T-Bud Crawford have to tell y'all that he does not want to fight Jerron Boots Ennis? He said Jerron Boots Ennis never came up. He said, I've already tried to fight him. He said that it's high risk, low reward. He just basically said he's not fighting him. He literally just came out and said, I'm not fighting him. I don't want to fight him. It does nothing for my career. It don't mean nothing. How many times does Terence Crawford have to tell y'all that he has officially ducked Jerron Boots Ennis? Y'all do not have to keep mentioning the two together. He already said he don't want to fight him.
I really want that fight, but I kind of
2 cents. I got something. You forgot something, 2 cents.
What I forgot?
You forgot. Terence also at one point in time, since we talk about all the things he done said, he said, who's gonna pay for the fight? You guys want the fight? You have somebody pay for the fight. Do you remember that? Do you remember that?
Listen, I don't care what you talking about, band up. The man,
it's what he said.
Okay, he's also said he don't want the fight. It does nothing for his career. That's the last thing he said. He said it on the Andre Ward interview that he just had. That's the last thing he said about it.
Boots is not in. Now, I would love to see the fight. I'm a fan of both fighters.
Random start glitching.
No, what because I'm in the bathroom. I'm busy right now, trying to clean something. But nonetheless, what I'm getting at is I'm a fan of both fighters. I would like to see the fight too. I just have never heard him say out his mouth he would never. And I don't really see a route for Boots to do it unless he's jumping up and he's not going back down. So he's going to do the same thing he pretty much did at 47. He's going to be, in a sense, chasing Crawford as a career.
So does he have to say I would never, or saying I'm not fighting him, he does nothing for my career suffice?
I get why you say he doesn't have to say I would never. But me personally, until somebody said I would never, just like him and what he said with Benavidez, he never said he wouldn't. He just said, man, see, Benavidez is a big dude and all the other stuff, whatever the hell Crawford said. Okay, so there's a possibility on the table. I don't know what really pushes him. I mean, legacy obviously pushes him, but money has to push something. You know what I mean? So if money really pushes it that bad, then I don't see him really turning down the bag like David is trying to say.
Man, I don't know what you're talking about.
Well, I will say this.
But the man has said he don't want to fight him several times on several occasions. And the most recent thing he said is he doesn't do anything for his career. So all these other hoops you trying to squeeze through, I don't know, but he don't want to fight him. Like, why y'all just can't say that Bud don't want to fight Boots? Like, why y'all just not say that? He's saying it. Why his fans can't say it?
Yeah, I think this is what I think. I think at this point, at this juncture of his career, Bud, like kind of he said that Boots doesn't do anything for his career. And I think for him, and this is just what I've seen from Bud's career, Bud will take challenges, but it's going to have to be overwhelmingly worth it on his end. Like he's going to have to really have like almost everything to gain from it, right? Every fight he's taken has been that way. And I don't have a problem with that. Doesn't mean he's ducking. It just means that and I remember saying this, some people got mad at me and said, you're not a real Bud fan, but it's true. He's very strategic. And he's a cold boy. Like I never say he's scared of nobody because that man is, again, he's my pound for pound number one, has been for years. But he is a fighter who is gonna have to be a lot money, accolades. He's gonna have to gain everything. Look at his two biggest fights. Earl Spence, he had one belt, he stood to gain 3 more belts from one fight. And the most money he had ever made in his career, right? It had to it can't be like he's always going to have more reward than risk to every fight he's ever taken. Then with Canelo, it was a win-win situation for him because he lost. It wouldn't have been it would have been bad. No one would have cared. And then he got undisputed once again in one fight, right? And then he also get paid even bigger checks. So I think when it comes, he's not about to take a risk. Unless it's like over, that's just how he is. Like, and even so, unless he feels that you really are on a risk, right? That's how you get the what do you call it? What's the guy he fought right before Canelo? The same guy Ortiz fought. What's his name? God dang it! The middle Eastern European gentleman. I can't think of his name.
Masvidal.
Yeah, unless you're like that, where he doesn't feel like you're as much of a risk.
He got a belt with Masvidal too. Yeah,
he got right, and he still, and even then, he has something to gain, right? But he probably wasn't asking for the moon and the stars because he probably didn't see him. Come on now, Tuesday, why you don't do my boy like that? Why you do that? You wrong. Don't do my shit like that.
Listen,
you foul, man.
I didn't make this. My homie Greg over at AM Sports Media posted this, and I thought it was a great conversation in the chat. So I was like, I wonder what my chat gonna say about it. So we talked about it a little bit earlier, but since I thought Tony was here, and you know, Tony, he live in the gym. He's the gym kind of him and Gap 2 Games. They the gym kind of sewers on the channel. So I was gonna ask him what he thought about this, cause Tony, they saying your boy only squatting 88 pounds in this picture, and I think that the various perspectives about this one picture is very interesting. Some people told me he's squatting 145 pounds. Some people told me he's squatting 225 pounds. Somebody told me them plates was only 11 pounds a plate. So I don't know. I think it's interesting.
This is slanderous, and I don't appreciate this at all.
I'm gonna say this before I get into that. Before we get into the score in his squatting, I want to say this, and this is my question: how do you duck somebody who ducked you twice?
Who
ducked who twice?
Boots ducked Terence twice. So
Man,
how is
Terrence was
Terence
never about
ducking
to
him?
fight Boots, Tony. Terrence was not about to fight Boots. We're
Okay,
not
so
about
check this out. Check this out. Just hear me out. Let me lay the landscape for you. Number
I
one.
don't. First of all, I don't think nobody dug nobody. I was just
Yeah,
messing
yeah,
with
he
Ben.
did. And I'm gonna let me lay it out for you real fast. Boots Ennis had the opportunity to be the
No, he didn't.
mandatory for Terence Crawford with the WBO belt. And we know the WBO forces mandatories. However, what he did is he dropped out of the WBO rankings to go to the IBF. Why did he go to the IBF? Because he knew Earl Spence Jr. could not fight him. Terence Crawford could not fight him because they were in a rematch clause. So he got a free belt. But prior to all of that, over a year before they even made the Earl Spence fight, he could have been his mandatory with the WBO. And Boots decided to leave instead of becoming the mandatory. Number two, over on Gilly the Kid's podcast, Bozy, his dad, admitted that instead of him fighting Abanesian, it could have been Boots Ennis, and they turned down the fight. So that's 2 times Boots could have fought Terence in the past. He already got offered the fight. His Boots' dad admitted that they got offered the fight, and they turned it down. So again, I must ask, how can you duck somebody who's already ducked you twice?
Tony, I don't want to get into this whole they was bullshitting with the BLK Prime deal and all of that. I don't even want to get into all of that. But like I said, nobody dug nobody. I was just fucking with Band Duck.
Yeah,
but Terrence Crawford don't want to fight him though. Like that's
I don't think Boots. I don't think Boots. I agree. I don't think anybody ducked anybody either. And even when it comes to the mandatory, and I can go back and to the archives if needed. But when it comes to that mandatory situation, so if I recall correctly, the last mandatory that Bud had for the WBO was Sean Porter, and because Bud was a super champion, that means his mandatory wasn't going to be up for another year and a half anyway. So I can understand it make no sense if you have multiple routes to get a mandatory spot, and you know that Spence and Bud are talking about fighting. Well, it was going to be undisputed. So no matter which sanctioned body you were in, you're going to fight the winner anyway. So that's kind of a silly argument to me. It doesn't really make sense because, I mean, I get what people can say like, oh, it depends, but he had a year and a half. And does the WBO, are they on point every year and a half with that mandatory? No, they're not, right? So he had some time, right? And then he had that wiggle room. He had the more wiggle room because he was talking about unification, which WBO was gonna absolutely respect the unification. So no, that doesn't make sense. And then I just think it's just ridiculous. And I know that people talk about that whole, what do you call it? That other network that called. And then when his lawyer got on Steven from Showtime, suddenly they backpedaled. And I just don't understand how, like, you can, how that's like me. That's like McDonald's is trying to broker a deal for Popeyes with Burger King. Like you don't have the you don't have the authority to offer someone that signed to you to another person who also has his own legal team. Like, why are you anytime people are contacting like the trainers directly is normally just a show thing, because everybody knows how to make a fight. You know legally there's certain people you have to go to, right? Or you go to the representation. When you're calling trainers and you're calling Bozy, that automatically tells me that you're not serious, right? People don't do that. That's not, I guarantee you, anybody, when they want to fight Madrimov or anybody else, they want to go on to their trainers. Like, it's just ridiculous. And I think it's just a talking point. But yeah, we can move on because if we want nobody ducking nobody, it's silly.
Yeah, it's silly.
I mean, I heard a whole lot right there, but you left out the point.
There's a whole bunch of facts. Yep.
No. Hold on.
So what's up with this picture, Tony? Let's get on that.
Please.
I like how y'all like to try to divert. But
no,
anyway,
we're not trying to divert. We're not trying to go through
here's
this madness.
look, Jupe, if you
No,
want
my
to
time is limited. I got to be off here at 7.
I got you. I'm going to talk about this, but I'm just going to say this. Look, if you want to say at the time that Boots was less experienced and he wasn't ready for Crawford, that's a better argument. But when you look at the totality of it, and then you look at the time span of when he fought Sean Porter to when he actually got into the ring with Earl Spence, which was over 2 years, that mandatory could have been called. But Boots didn't want it. That's why he left the WBO. So I digress.
Then what mandatory was called? Who was the mandatory? What mandatory was called then during that time for the WBO?
What are you talking about?
Who was called? You said within that 2 years after Sean Porter. You said Boots didn't want to be the mandatory. Fine. Because they called the mandatory every year and a half. What mandatory was
I'm gonna
called
take
at
you
the
down
Sean Porter?
timeline. I'll take you down timeline. So this is how I went.
No, I asked you a question. Ask you a
I'm
specific
answering it. I'm answering
Ask
it.
you a question.
I'm answering it. I'm answering it.
Who was called? What
Oh my
mandatory?
God.
Who was called to
You
be the
can't ask
mandatory
me a
to fight
question if
Bud?
you don't let me talk.
You not
Come on,
answering
it's
the
just a quick question.
You
Answer your
keep
question. I'll let it go.
you whenever I go to answer and you keep saying answer the question, that's not letting me answer the question.
Name the person.
I'm answering it for you because there's context.
Okay, you don't have an answer. Thank you. We
I
can
do
move
have
on.
an answer.
Nope, give me a
You see
name
what I'm
or
saying?
stop
Every
it.
time I talk,
That right there,
be quiet.
that destroys your
So
point.
Says, you gonna let me answer the question?
Name
Or
the
just let me
person.
keep talking over me?
Answer, Jupe. Go ahead, Tony. So we can talk about Shakur now. Go ahead, Tony.
Yeah, here's what's Jupe's leaving out. During that time, Terence Crawford had 2 mandatories that was supposed to be. One was Boot Sentence. Number 2 was Virgil Ortiz. Both of them did not take up the mandatory to fight Terence Crawford. Both of them. During that time, because both people that the WBO tried to put as the mandatories did not take the fight. Now you could argue that Virgil went through his Rabdo situation, but it's all BS. They never called one. He had a voluntary defense against David Avanesian. Then Virgil should have got called. Virgil did not want the fight, did not even entertain taking the fight. And then the Undisputed got signed, which trumps all mandatory. So again, you had 2 people that should have fought Terence who were supposed to be the next ones up at the division, and neither one did it. That's why after Sean Porter, there was no mandatory call because neither one of his mandatories wanted to fight him. Now, to Shakur Stevenson, I will say this. The fact is, I'm probably the strongest motherfucker on all of these YouTube streets. Ain't nobody stronger than me. And probably ain't nobody bigger than me when it comes to actual muscles on here. Certified by webcam. Now, here's what I'll say. Muscles don't win fights. I don't care how strong you are. If you can't fight, you can't fight. So he could be weaker than all of the females on this panel when it comes to squats, but that motherfucker can fight. And that's all that matters. I don't care if he's wobbling with 22 pounds on his back.
Nah, that's why he ain't got no power. He ain't got no leg strength. Come on,
Hey,
Tony.
it's not about him having power. The question is, can you deliver your power? And they can't.
He trying to hold that poo-poo in his ass so he won't have no shitty drawers no more. Look at the look on his face.
But do you think that's 88 pounds? Somebody said it was 4.
I can't read it. I don't know what it says. Like the numbers.
They said it say 5 kg.
Well, 5 kg, that's 2.2. So that's what? 11 pounds?
11 pounds.
So 11, 22, 44, 44, then 45. That's what, 89 pounds?
In the bar.
Yeah, it's 88. Look, it says 88 pounds. Shakur struggling to squat 88 pounds. No, seriously, this is 88 pounds.
I mean, most bars, especially in America, are going to be 45 pounds. Like, very rare that you see a
Olympic.
20 kg bar.
Yeah, Olympic ones are heavy.
Yeah. You can get 20 kg bars, but it's very rare in like America. Like most bars are going to be 45 pounds even. So, I mean, say 89 pounds, if that's what that says. But like I said, I can't even read the numbers. It's too blurry.
I can't zoom in on here. But
is there a video?
Somebody said the picture's on Twitter also. I took this off of YouTube. Somebody had posted it. But it do look like it say 5 kg. I just thought it was funny. I mean, he might be doing a lot of reps. He might be doing it for speed. It could be a lot of reasons, but it's funny to me.
I mean, but I would say this, like, strength does not matter in boxing. Like, what does it matter how much you can squat?
Strength does matter in boxing.
Nah.
Like, you need to have a strong core.
Nah.
You absolutely need to have a strong core in boxing. You tripping.
2 cents. This is not UFC. This is not MMA. You can be the Hulk.
You need a strong core.
You can be the Hulk.
Sport, Tony. The core of your body needs to be strong for any sport. What are you talking about?
2 cents. You do not.
The core of your body needs to be strong to live a regular life.
The core of your body can be whatever the core of your body is. At the end of the day, when you're talking about a sport of boxing, which is a sport of skill and technique, it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. Like Devin Haney got bunny paws. It don't matter. You got to be able to hit him. You got to be able to get him trapped so you can put your power on him. You can be 4 times the strength of somebody and get the ass whooped.
Tony.
2 cents. I boxed, and like I said, I'm strong as
They
anybody
would not
on
have
here.
strength and conditioning if
I'm
what you're
strong.
saying.
You can get two men on here, and I bet y'all live both of them combined. Get 2 of them. Line them up.
What does that have to do with boxing?
What I'm telling you is, it doesn't matter how weak you are when it comes to boxing. Like,
yes, it does.
No, it don't.
Tony, that's just like you saying it don't matter how weak you are.
Powerlifting.
Bro,
It's not powerlifting. If this was UFC, if this was UFC, I would say yes.
Tony,
Strength is gonna matter.
You still have to be strong. You cannot have you can't be weak. You can't have a weak core. You can't have weak legs. You can't have weak arms. You still have to be strong, Tony. You still have to be fit. You still have to be in shape. What you mean? It don't matter. It absolutely matters.
It does not matter how much you squat. It don't.
No, I'm not talking about just squatting. Of course, it don't matter how much you squat.
Do you know how many professional boxers I've been around that are weak as fuck?
Then that's a problem. Why the strength and conditioning program so whack?
Because
I'm not saying you have to be strong, like you just have to win a strong man contest, but you cannot be weak, is what I'm saying. You cannot be weak and be a good boxer. None of them good boxers are weak.
Well, Shakur's the best boxer. Obviously,
obviously he's not the best then.
Because he's not strong.
I'm just saying, if good boxers are not weak and Shakur Stevenson is weak, what is that saying?
It's saying he ain't a weightlifter.
No. Just you don't gotta lift weights to be strong. He can do push-ups and be strong.
It don't matter how many push-ups he does, it ain't gonna help him with a squat.
We're not just talking about squats, Tony. I'm talking about being strong as an individual.
Yes, but look, this right here is one lift, okay? He's doing a squat. We don't know what he bench presses. We don't know what he curls. We don't know what he military presses. We don't know what he leg presses. He might be a leg presser. He might not be a squatter. We don't know. So, I mean, the judge off a squat when it comes to boxing, I wouldn't take nothing from that.
We're not judging him about boxing. We just think it's funny that he get biting his lip for this 88 pounds, or at least I do. I don't know what workout he's doing.
Maybe they just took it at a weird time. Maybe he wasn't. That's possible too. Saying don't do my guy Shakur like that.
Shakur Stevenson is built like Bootney Farnsworth. Come on, let's do it again.
Man,
look like Bootney Farnsworth, J.J. Evans.
Somebody say he not back strong.
Jimmy Walker.
All right, let's go around the panel. It's 7:00. Let's give our final 2 cents for the show. Great show today. Big around streets today. I can't believe how many people was really in the uproar about this picture and going back and forth. But it's definitely 88 pounds, from what I could tell.
That is not 8. Come on.
I'm telling you, it's 88 pounds. It's 2 plates on each side, and each plate is 11 pounds. I'm telling y'all, listen, I keep telling y'all favorite fighters is weak. Y'all don't believe me. But we're going to go around the panel, give our final 2 cents. Tony Reviews, what's your final 2 cents? What you got for the show?
I'm going to just say this. Muscles don't win fights. Being strong don't win fights. You got to be able to fight. So you be a hoe and get your ass whooped by the weakest dude out there if you don't know how to fight. And I'm saying that as somebody who's 255 pounds of pure muscle.
You got beat by the weakest dude out there?
No, I wouldn't, because I know how to throw my hands. But I mean, in a ring right now, Shakur, he'd probably work me. I might not get knocked out, but over a 12-round duration, it'd be hard for me to catch that little motherfucker. In a real fight, where I could grab him and slam him, well, now my muscles matter. Now my weight matters. Now my size, because I can use it more. But in a boxing ring, especially me being not training in so long, it'd be hard for me to catch that it'd be like a little gnat hitting me. It wouldn't hurt. It'd be annoying, but he'd probably outpoint me easily. But anyways, I digress.
Piece you up in there. You'll get dropped by the core. That's crazy, Tony.
I don't think he could drop me, but he definitely would hit me a lot more than I could hit him. And that's just being honest. In a boxing ring. It ain't, bruh, come on. Shakur's gonna outbox every person in your fucking chat. And it don't matter how strong you are. Like, now in a street fight, I was watching. So people don't notice. They always talk about Tank being up on women, but they forget that Shakur fought a woman in a street fight.
I ain't forget.
No, I didn't say you did. I say people do. And they forget that, like, I believe they 88 pounds because she was like slinging him around. Like, he was getting ragged all out. But we talking about boxing, not wrestling.
Man, you saw that punch he hit her with? I was like, damn, yo. That shit, at least it was better than Devin Haney punch on that carnival worker. That shit was ridiculous.
Fight in the ring, they ain't no street fighters. But what you got, Tony? Close it out.
Yeah, I'm gonna close it out with this. I hope everybody had a good Thanksgiving. I hope everybody ate good. I see some people in here a little delirious after the turkey and the ham. You know, you get 88 pounds matter in the boxing ring. But on that, I'm out in 2 cents. I know you said you had boys that box. Just make sure you start having them squat now so they don't get caught at 20-something years old, only squatting 88 pounds. Get them in the gym now.
Absolutely. All right. Thank you, Tony, for coming up. Be More Bully, what's your final 2 cents? What you got for the show?
Hey, my final 2 cents is that was so funny. I had to come up here. Off of that. $100 million. Who do you think he kidnapped? Chelsea Clinton? Oh man, yo, that's hilarious, but oh man, I thought the first time it was funny. It was even funnier now, especially seeing whatchamacallit's reaction when Mill City pulled this card. All he had to do was go,
Hilarious.
Oh man, but I think that documentary should be out this week, so you see what that's going to say.
I'm waiting on it. All right, thank you, Be More Bully, for coming.
You know, all right, y'all have a good one. All right.
I'm waiting for that documentary to drop. I'm interested to see what it's gonna say. The whole boxing world's waiting. Y'all know as soon as the documentary drop, it's going stupid. Y'all know it's going viral. Everybody gonna be talking about it. Hopefully, I'm in a position to where I can go live. We can hit a live review of the documentary. Shout out to Juke with the $20 in the super chat. She says, despite having a list of 8 guys ranked for the WBO besides Virgil and Boots, the WBO did not call a mandatory for Bud after quarter. They would have went to the next name if they were going to call a Mando. Proved my point. Y'all know Chef Juke, she gonna cook. Shout out to Chef Juke with the $20 in the super chat. Chef Juke, close us out. What is your final 2 cents? What do you have for the show?
I don't got much. You know I had to put that in there because I can't let certain BS slide. I just cannot. Come on now.
Hey, you gotta get them, Juke. You gotta get them.
I had to because like we know that when you're doing a Mando and like if 2 people don't end up not being ranked anymore or they fight for another belt, they don't just say, oh, well, you skipped your mandatory this year. No, they're just going to go to the next name. So that's why I kept asking what name did they call, and he couldn't give me one because they didn't call a mandatory and they weren't going to, which made sense for Boots to go ahead and move on because they weren't about to call anybody. They weren't about to interrupt a potential unification right after he fought Porter. Like, come on now, let's stop it. But anyway, I would just say you wrong for that picture of Shakur.
He posted that on his Twitter.
I don't think that was 88
on his Instagram.
I don't think that was 88 pounds now. I think that was more than that. But also sometimes, I don't lift and I can't talk. So I don't know. But I'm assuming people also lift smaller weights for different reasons. Maybe
yeah. He could have been doing it smaller.
Yeah,
weight.
maybe he, I think this is rumor that Shakur is very weak. I gotta defend him on that. I don't think he is. I think he's not a knockout puncher, but I think he's a pretty strong dude. Like I don't think there's any professional boxer that's just super physically weak. I don't think it's possible, right?
Did you see the video with Shakur doing his grip strength?
Oh God. Okay, I did see that one. That was a little. But he also had, okay, now it's like making excuses for him, but I promise you, he also was having hand issues.
I know he can't even hold the microphone.
You know what? You might say something. Let it go. It just means that maybe he just had an injury at that time. But I think he can definitely punch. I think he punches enough to he does enough to keep guys off of him. He did enough against Zepeda, right? Zepeda wasn't just, doing everything.
Go back and watch that Zepeda fight. He was slapping with the side of his hand.
Yeah, and I think that's the reason why I think he doesn't get. I don't think his issue is like the power. I think he's trying to protect those hands, so he's punching in a way to prevent injury. And I think because if you're punching incorrectly, of course you're gonna not get the knockout or really hurt anybody. But I think he does have power. I think he has some hand strength. And do I think he's a one punch knockout guy? No. But I think he was looking for a different reason. But I get the joke. The picture does look funny. But still, get off my guy, Shakur. Get off Shakur. I still like Shakur. I don't care. I know he gets some people's nerves, and I can't defend everything, but I think he's a really good fighter. He don't always get the credit he deserves. But I don't know. Other than that, what was I about to say about this Bud $100 million thing? You know what? I don't like Turkey. I don't dislike Turkey. I just fear what he's doing long term. I genuinely believe he's trying to hurt the American market. And he is hurting the American market, and it will be he's going to wreck it. And so but he's intentionally wrecking it eventually, because no one's going to be able to compete. He wants to make it where no one can compete with those amounts. But once he got everybody on his side, he's going to just lower everyone's purses. That's going to happen. I don't know why people think it's not. It's going to happen. So if Bud can clean out the PLF fund, so be it. I'm with Bud. I think he asked me for too low.
150, Bud.
I mean, let's see if you can get it. You know what? Ask for 300 million so you can settle, and then you can negotiate. You can act like you negotiate and get 100 million. Whatever we got to do to not see that rematch, I'm for it. So I'm with Bud all the way on this one. Now, does that mean he generating that? No, it don't even matter at this point because Turkey shouldn't have started this mess. So I don't care. But I just really don't want to see that fight again. I promise you I don't. I didn't ask for the first one. No one did. So I think that's a little weird. So far, you mentioned this documentary. Are you talking about the tank one, the potential tank?
Yeah, the tank one that they alleged was going to be dropped after Thanksgiving.
I'm a little nervous about that. I don't know. I have to have faith. Yeah, good lawyers, but I don't know if that's smart, man. If you don't because is it putting more? Well, I would say is it putting more attention on it? But at the end of the day, he can't run from the attention. At this point, it's everywhere. They're talking about it more than they were the fight last week. So he got to be careful what he says, right? I don't know that it can go well, but I feel like way more things can go wrong. So. I don't know how I feel about that decision, but we'll see. It's his life, because what could you possibly say, right? Are you trying to get in front of something? Are you trying to
I would think the documentary would mean he's trying to get in front of something, maybe. I don't know. I'm curious to see what it's going to be about. It might not even be about the situation at all. Who knows?
Yeah, unless he has something to really, because according to this information, there is a video. He's probably wilding. If he is wilding, then you can't better explain that away. Unless you want some road to redemption. I'm sorry, I'm getting counseling. That's all we're trying to hear. Anybody, you can't, and it's gonna look funny. You need to figure some things out. And even if this tape isn't as bad, just the idea that you were even in the situation, I don't know. I just hope he got a PR team working for him, really and really know what they're doing. Because this could go horribly wrong.
Well, he's already came out and said he's needed counseling and wanted counseling.
We always been there.
He came out and admitted, he got some things going on and he needs some help. He's already came out and admitted that. So
yeah,
I just kind of feel like he's already came out and admitted he needed help. We've already seen the incident with the gym thing. We've already had the false allegations from the baby mama, and then you got this coming out. I just kind of think people are overreacting to this. One, because we don't even know a lot of the information. Two, he's been alleged to do something and lied on in the past, and we just need to sit and wait and see what happens. Everything that's being said is not a jacket he didn't already have, right?
Yeah,
it's not our first time hearing it. It's not, you know what I'm saying? So it's just the reaction to it is kind of weird. The fact that people keep telling me about a video and won't show the video, or nobody of note has really seen the video, is just I called the person that wrote the incident report that seen the video so they could tell us what they saw in the incident report that they seen on the video. Like, it's a lot of he say she say about this video.
Yeah, it's very weird, and that's what's making me like not feeling confident. Like, okay, so you're gonna release a documentary before the video comes out. That's just gonna put more pressure on the video to come out. So if it does look bad, I don't know. I don't know. And then are you doing this before your court your hearing? Which it's to my understanding it's still a civil case. So I don't even know when he's supposed to go to court for that. Like, are you
haven't been served any papers?
Huh?
He haven't been served for the lawsuit yet.
Oh, but I think even if you haven't been served for a lawsuit, you still gotta go.
I don't know.
How
am I supposed to know if I ain't been served?
Oh, I don't know. I ain't gonna lie. I've never been sued, so I don't know. I just assumed if you have someone suing you, whether you're served or not. I thought he had to be served for like a restraining order, not for the
lawsuit. He had to be restrained for the date for the restraining order.
Right.
But there was never a police report filed, apparently.
Huh? There was a what?
There was never a police report filed? Just the incident report at the club?
That's what's weird again. So if it's just a lawsuit, he could be making this worse. He could potentially be making this worse because before you even go to court, which eventually you're gonna have to because you're being sued, brother. You're gonna have to go to court eventually, and you saying certain things, you might make it worse. She might tack on more stuff because then she can say that's a part of the reason, which I don't blame her, right? If you hit me, and now you're gonna make a documentary to make yourself the victim, I'm gonna sue you for more.
Yep. Facts.
For more, I'm being real. Like, you're not about, because now if I get harassing me after you beat me, you ain't about to beat me up and harass me. No, and get people gang up against me before we've had our day in court. So, and I wouldn't blame her. So I don't know. Tank need to figure it out. I think he need to sit down somewhere. And if he did do it, then whatever she need to get, whatever she gonna get. And again, it should be beyond civil because why are you only? I still don't understand. If somebody beat me up, there's no way I'm only going for civil. You gonna pay me while you're sitting in jail. Like, you're not beating me up and I'm just letting that go. That ain't happening. It just ain't happening. So I don't know why that is. This whole thing is just really weird. It's just
it is.
It's just it's super weird.
I want to sit down and like do like a video, maybe kind of make a timeline of all the facts and everything that we know so far. I was kind of thinking about doing that, but I don't know. I might do it just so things won't get too misconstrued and out of whack and the narratives can't get too crazy. But is that all you got about to close up the show?
Yeah, that's all I got. But just so you know, Rick Timms is in the chat. He says that she did file a police report. That makes it seem weaker because the laws did nothing with the dude already on probation.
And that's what I'm saying, Rick. I was thinking she filed a police report this whole time too, but now I'm thinking I don't think it was the police report because they did say, I believe in the lawsuit, she filed a police report. But now the only report I'm hearing about is an incident report that she filed at the club. Nobody's saying nothing about no police report no more.
All I know, I've seen. I think someone was showing a video of he was, and this whole he on a run thing. He needs to sit down somewhere, but apparently he was seeing to an event. So apparently he clearly ain't on no run because people keep seeing him places, and he keep telling everybody where his people keep telling him where he's gonna be. So I don't know.
He's not on the run. He's just not in the state where he can.
Yeah. I know he's not on the run. Why would you be on the run for a civil case? Come on now. For $50,000.
You want to run from no charges? What you running from?
Running for $50,000? Like, that's a bracelet. You can pay that right now. Stop playing. He's lucky it's only that because let it have been me. I want everything. But it is what it is. Hopefully he'll learn his lesson this time to like sit his down somewhere because he's getting on my nerves. Other than that, that's all I got to say.
All right, Jupe. Thank you for coming up, giving me a 2 suit. Man, my Sunday show is too quick from 5 to 7. Y'all, that's 2 hours. But listen, I've been on here exactly 2 hours. Shout out to everybody that joined me today. Shout out to everybody that punched the like and subscribe button. Shout out to everybody that supported the channel through the super chats. Everybody that supported the channel by letting me know and dropping it below their 2 cents as we went throughout the live. Shout out to all the panelists today. Just had a nice little fun conversation today. Boxing, we waiting on it to rev back up. we just had a big fight with the Devin Haney thing. We had the Ben Whitaker fight this weekend. He put on a dominant performance by getting the first round stoppage. He say, I ain't playing with y'all. I know I'm being here doing all that dancing around, but I got these hands. Yes, I got these hands. Big fight coming up next weekend. Lamont, Roach, Pitbull, Cruz. Can't wait for that fight. Join me again Tuesday for 2 Cents After Dark. Y'all know how it went down last week for 2 Cents After Dark. We had an amazing time. So be sure you join me again Tuesday night, 2 Cents After Dark. Check out my videos and my shorts that I put up throughout the week. Be sure to let me know and drop it below your 2 cents as you're viewing those. And listen, if you don't want your host all in the videos, lying and making up shit, timing you out the chat, leaving you in the background, muting you on the panel, cussing you out, not letting you talk, come on over to 2 Cents Boxing, where we talk everything boxing and everybody's entitled to their own opinion.